Wireless and enjoy streaming without buffering, communication with no lagging, business without restrictions, and achievements with no limits. Get connected today. For enquiry, sales, and support, contact us on 020-8282-810. Visit our website on www.kennyrosewireless.com. Kenny Rose.
Yes, some chief HR Tro, you the say. Vaccines, bank na arrangement, more.
Bank,
said I say studio,
live on TV.
Yes, live on Facebook, live on 1HD. So be a vaccine in Kunipa. Ancophobia, I have some year na bank ni say don't wait and kind say one will be so banking they don't expect you in the banking premises or the member on be take on be found wadwin tell us on found wadwin on be pam wa no mapam say vaccines no evident and say Premier League games be on the be ba take the jab what obviously so wa yare na one the consequence is much greater ubetimi awu there are some no one ubetimi ahwe nkwa and that is what makes it more deadlier. It is Robiango say Premier League clubs no almost say one you like to check aka say one on the 2 peso
say one na ekobaso wanya bi na okotena fi o mateni o sa mo games a yes, a strict order. By me as a club. Yeah. Sir Joshua Kemich.
Obviously, so. Sir, no song.
Sir, didn't say on one case I have in the home in a star. We never know. Oh, continue home in a star.
Yes, I have it also. Yes, Bayern say. Oma make you arrangements a player young Gobi. One word. Anytime I've been COVID, the number of training sessions you miss, you better have to pay.
Yeah.
The number of games you miss, you better have to pay.
Yeah.
It's a summer players be a mind traffic on board. I mean, I know from Timmy on the side. It's also Austria for so you demonstrate. You say Austria for say there is a lockdown for unvaccinated people, and you be a more vaccinated. So you're vaccinated, don't you go baby? But only vaccinated after them. Don't go baby. Say I'm a crowd, so I'm a demonstration. Some of the deal and I right, who's a Britain on per right. It's my right. I decide what I want to do with my life. Massa. They tell you say your decision can affect the lives of other people. And then I'm a Vobusa say said you're gonna hate me Shamra say 25%. Football stadium be Football stadium be 25%. Yeah, Saturday na MBB Delegates Congress. Yeah, we say you are Dr. Nsiasa on the governor, presidential advisor on COVID. So Kruma.
Yeah.
Ghana Health Service Director or
yeah.
On COVID, Minister of Health or
yeah.
Omni Danko baby. Yeah, DBC. Now across stadium, the U10. They say yes, so many stage in there. I go see tracking so. Then you
ever try no question.
You ever touch
on better stance him. If you are on better stance him.
Say the presidency SM on the Minister for Youth and Sports any NSA boss. I catch him say sa program no more yen GT bag no my end omo yen there. Omatia so the omo yen so my BBA. And it was already live on Facebook. So say no my no. Speakers this is in change na. The speakers be budget Jim say ti. Nipa no be trust back so. O de show. Stage no mo born ho no.
E o po nachi.
Never say po nachi on. Eti en channel so man speakers on change. Oh,
tuntun.
Aha, speakers on channel see no. Eti be budget Jim say ti nipa no be gun fin ya.
Ana speakers nachi so hear stand, but just nipa no international.
Dabra mo be gu say.
O be gu pitch ne so.
Aye. I don't think they say National Sports Authority for say teams will return to football in next week.
I feel you know.
They say show back no freedom concert no man way. Is a bit stadium nechi.
Ah, is a visa. Visa.
I don't make kataparkins. Okay. Whichever way, I know you're there. Oh no. Your own sava your deba. na Ghanaian referee ben say AFCON no yaso listening
Daniel Lai
e boni di say krim one aya Facebook post be aya Emmanuel Dasoberi
Asante Kotoko
administrative manager live on Facebook aya Pure FM TV on Facebook. Dasoberi said the two most corrupt and manipulated guys are D-Lai and Jenunu. D-Lai and Daniel Lai. And a Jenunu ye Julian Nunu.
Only D can fight on it.
Aha.
Now Daniel Lai is there fourth.
Or say number one, my foot.
Hey.
Asam way. The man some near hunye. Mama yam fa. Me and some messenger no. Your message. Barrier message no. Over link messenger no. So whichever way.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Dasoberi Yejuma wa FAO as Deputy General Secretary for over a decade, over 10 years. Or say the two most corrupt and manipulated guys are Daniel Lai and Julian Nunu. Etibi so asemwe also busam.
Eden wo hu.
Den no nim wo. Ah de aba.
Because ana esa one game pena ombedi ye no.
You see the two most corrupt. Untimi nhwe one game. And Gazo be manipulated or corrupt one game. A series of things happenings. And the man come to that conclusion. And now they be a walk who need the unim. The Bible has answered me. And some of the so and some of the dorsal. The room say AFCON 2021. I have 2022 no is in danger. Premier League clubs no. In fact, European Clubs Association say among any clear-cut guidelines and protocols from CAF, it is say among crop for pa omeja omo de wedding. Ti one shot Mo Salah say Liverpool ni Premier League clubs libi. Omo so take a decision say because of COVID no anyone sensem no why omo players no enko. Na and you ever heard red list countries now Europeans na aye no yeah Cameroon count red list for no I check him me obi red list countries Cameroon count there near AFCON is the local place nebo is there any chance is there any AFCON chance because teams no do na say omo nja omo players no am omo nko no omo ma no omo va COVID ma enunti enaka yebenya because you vaccinate every single player who is coming to play in the AFCON and MSM mania very difficult for Omombe to Quine on the Sani Manumano. Then you know, someone say the executive council of the FA, I understand, say, Bernard say also Madrid town. Bernard also Madrid town. Your own Samoha, Yadeba. Christian,
Chairman,
Bagodia,
Adom,
and the Ghana Premier League games.
Of course.
You might be reading
and on us in your boss Yaboko.
And then your boss bed.
Yeah, as good as Diana, big game. Big game. Now, Diana Stars after match day 2. Mekai se nanado mahene catch them say omunye league no na about 2 games we no na Diana Stars disappointed. Mekai pass from kwa we any Karela kobo 1-1 and Diana Stars etrefi ema I think say Kim face a question by 3-1. So after first 2 games of the season na Diana Stars I charge you say omunye Ghana Premier League no chairman kwa just 1 point pay, but check their results after that game. Right after second fights are shown by 3-1 no. Chairman, our next game was a 1-1 away game one. Has boy. And now you can say a Diana Stars abu games maku naya twasu. I 9 no 4 consecutive wins. I in those 4 consecutive wins, you know, the last 3 crowd here ball enter Diana Stars net. Now I think said they are doing something wonderful. At this point, Sasanti got to call air to the near when she said at the end of the chia. Chairman will be very careful. The level of experience at Diana Stars agada. And in the momentum Mumafras everybody into the season, you know. Nyamian Diana Stars ball Juma. Well, I think somebody as good, but such a nice game to watch at the Boston Clean Sports Stadium. Okay. Anyway, yeah, very rasan 7 games no ni bibia. Okay. Now, over twice, come on.
And now it's a debut course. Yes, Samuel to Apam staff.
Yeah, mobile.
Now, Nyabutre.
Nyabutre, Nana, Mr. Emmanuel Dasuberi, so no Sunyano. Because it's in bad taste. No credit was here catcher Dasuberi. And I'm sure say Nano Pen and I am Ponsa friend, some friend, yeah. Na I was so friend anymore, Nimuyai, non Eneka. Because Dasuberi now what F. Hono, Sam Renimwana, David Daniel Lai, Ebeye FIFA referee. And I was saying Dasuberi, look, since 2012, Ghana had just 2 referees, Joseph Lamte, and then Malik Salifu, our Cup of Nations, since 2012. Egypt to me 6 referees, Algeria to me 4, Morocco 4, Tunisia 4. Daniel Lai and Kwenya said no, he's the only Ghanaian referee at the Cup of Nations, and the administrative manager was Nkot Kosei. And she petition I coca for drop him. That's very look. Kotoko is 83 years. Nipa bebre besum Kotoko. Even the last batch of management, Koka Obia Monidi, Dr. Che Obia Monidi, Obia Kran Kaisa, Safu Duku Esqua, no a communications director, Obian Kaino. Nana beso kuonim no sabio na kuono hanya bad sa. Herbert Mensah no beso Kotoko kwantumi angada ne ho ankobod dwarfs. But Herbert Mensah eso kuonim abedrum pempenso bi. Ama edru baby. Na chese ahomtienti na wo say Herbert Mensah Jacob King Faisal. Enne Herbert Mensah in charge of rugby. No ball cry the oko kan wan asem a na chese on person bet football wan asem cry unless say foreign news. That's very Nyabutre kakra. Na umnia na ekọ na nim no. Kotoko no ye den obewie. And to post that is an extreme bad taste. This guy, yes, okay, he has a problem. Okay, fine. He's not too good. But he's built himself. Over the last 4 or 5 years, Daniel Lai has been a FIFA referee. And now my team no so referees won't bond that. It is a ne Bakwa enyani what team. Because you lost to King Faisal, all of a sudden Ghana's #1 referee is the most corrupt, and that corruption is under your foot. And
truth be told, if say some penalty incident now,
of course
we have watched it time and over again, it wasn't supposed to even be called. And say Nukwa that King Faisal had 2 clear penalties that were not given. Oh yeah, if you are going to call goal now, yeah, fine, but. And Jerome, Jerome tweet no. Debbie and Meme Jared ya to say na the other platforms say.
But you see, Chairman, wait.
No, Jerome say and Jared to swenche kra bibia to tuma. Well, me try say okay, yeah. Or say granted that is true that Ghanaian referees are largely anti Asante Kotoko.
Yeah.
Also they're granted.
Yeah.
As some of us want to believe. Name calling or so-called shaming won't change them. For after all, we also benefit from bad refereeing at times.
Absolutely, and that's football. Sana gronetie. Inti, look, be grounded, and be focused. That's very. And yet, then you'll be free. You'll not be an administrative manager for 100 years. No, you leave the scene. Make a lot more friends and stop being fanatic. You know,
over there, fanatic.
Of course, it's not fair. It has no place in modern day football. And Asante Kotoko brand new no issue.
But they have a cry. You know, cases now raising. You know. Say the most corrupt and the most manipulated. There's a man who has worked at the FA for over 10 years. So if he knows something he's not telling us, then he should give it to the appropriate quarters. Probably the ethics committee. Bet your friend say because we've been fighting corruption for years. Come and tell them. But last part say #1 my foot.
Wow. And he's Ghana's #1 and the only representative. Uncle checking the number of Egyptian referees. Omo tournament way. Ghana ni back when unity no Kobia. And now your administrative manager Makotoko nti when you 4 wins nti that's very easy sa o. Easy sa. Nti tread tread cautiously, be grounded. Don't you're not living in La La Land. Oh, Ghana ya into Nyabutre pa kokayen kaino Dr. Che you born diawa yo babo asumune. But Dr. Che we need real group stage of an African tournament or winning FA Cup away from home against Out of Work 3-0. But a bimon among person betting in the impo. Emre ninka so nti ya na wa ye wa pen na fufo ni more no jai ni o me betiti wo no nuantem.
Chairman,
okay, Andy Farmer and Emrana
Enra me te say Ghanaian referee eko AFCON ni bi no chairman mani age. Time and again yet na fia say kan. Say we tout ourselves say we a football country, football nation. A year day na a powerful football nation. Now you come major tournament on the continent. Countries are on level and pedigree in Ghana on the African continent. You know, any referees inside tournament Ghana nyebi. Now every single referee I tell my abode for this AFCON go back to their respective countries. They will have issues. I'm not sure that there's a single referee about this AFCON. I will call their respective countries now on many issues or them. But I don't see one of their own coming up. Say obesay or more at this level in this manner. Chairman, the distraction of a man begins at home. Yankasa ni yese.
Well, I don't know, but I feel that that's very terrible also nyabutreka. If I say, oh yeah, emotional na tempers cause no nyabutre. Most especially because he's working for Asante Kotoko. 7 previous, 7 previous. Sebia Brekum Chelsea administrative manager na true we are. Ebia you be candy but enye as huge as the club and brand of Asante Kotoko. And especially at this time and they are getting huge sponsorships. Absolutely. It's not good for the brand. Somebody will be fine. Kotoko can have there are always the right processes to protest. Yeah. And I say to make yourself heard. Absolutely. Selfie say bibi anko ya mawa. Kotoko can officially write to the FA and talk about these two referees. Listen, say. Ebi amamu instance way, and that is your job as an administrative manager. To go on Facebook, to go on social media, to write this. What I'm saying is that for the brand Asante Kotoko, it is an anayam downwa, and I know how much they are working to help build the brand. It will not be good. And listen, Sadio way, and I'm also saying, now the politicians need be. Everyone's make Chokoma coming. Come say he was talking his capacity as Dasuberi. The very moment you are given a position of authority, whatever you say, it is you and your position speaking. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo team mechanism was I was speaking in my capacity as Nanado, not the president of Ghana. And Sadio and there will be our public relations there. In public relations practice, anyhow, say I'm speaking in my own capacity. Only capacity. Until the day you resign from that position, so in this position you speak on your own capacity. But when you hold the position will be attached to you when you speak. That's very I mean I'm very close with him, but I feel say
and then at the AFCON, he will represent the hope of many Ghanaian referees. So no koyadia. Me sure say CAF pick any Ghanaian referee bia de fi ako any other tournament bia na it will be because of the performance. Me kai pa say yeah be na nya Ghanaian referee ko di World Cup no I think say 82 referee Kejumo from Asante Mampong chama ye di 2 year ho to the point say me na me nim no I me fra Asante Mampong me hu say me krom ni e na ye Ghanaian referee odi a World Cup game no chairman na yade a odi wa ho now from that time na na expect say bit my progress no and even under 20 tournament from CAF ye nya Ghanaian referee under 17 no you not get a Ghanaian referee say or under 17 tournament so for the first time in so many years Ghanaian referee nya disappointment there chairman na ya ho I think more to me pushing no say even so our limitations our mistakes back home there onkona nkonko tie anim. Not time for this vilification. Na me who message you know na me raho.
Dame can say Ebiana he was writing how he felt. I mean, clearly that is how he feels. But there may be position and say because of the brand Asante Kotoko, because of Kotoko, because of your corporate image and partnerships and being the administrative and the opposition and what do. Baby Anikwa from the CEO, we are coming to you. What I say, Bibi say you write and protest to the referees association, the referees manager, talk about or reservations about them, but to write it out there, people were attached to the club Asante Kotoko, and that's all. In fact, personally, that's what I'm saying. I feel say emotions, near dropping the kakra. But CAF for say, sa European club you why for no started church. Aman central for Amo Manone. A church say CAF on the brink of calling of the AFCON. In some few minutes ago, Andy,
Chairman,
CAF at tweet.
Yeah.
Over tweet.
Over tweet na live on Facebook no. Ubehu CAF Twitter omodiaba. About and some way started building up now and 10 times so CAF so both on CAF media on Twitter and CAF Nankasa official handle on Twitter and so they about no say CAF General Secretary joins CAF team in Cameroon as preparations for Total Energies AFCON intensify. Into no chairman the omuka can say be cancel AFCON near the no say CAF was say General Secretary I join CAF team already Cameroon no ama making sure say AFCON preparations bibia so betimi akoso kama enti say be cancel ne sa ne man dey chairman per CAF post we no say just the two echi na you focus national teams no focus na players or we invite no to many every players or we invite here because per CAF post ne dey tournament no ebeba so as scheduled nyame adma early next month chairman no per the CAF for ediaba already team ho CAF team ho and CAF secretary general and so I join the team no
CAF Secretary General joins CAF team in Cameroon as preparation intensified to host Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. But European Clubs Association will say CAF outlining any proper protocols. Say players no more band will be safe. Like this players no more. Nina Yadeba. Samson Aubameyang has been stripped off the Arsenal captaincy. As a branch, only by example, we are late. There's a COVID, we answer them no afaha. And the Sadiano, it's Arsenal, they are the captain of him. And yeah, no, he has been dropped from Arsenal game, West Ham. And so, about Boning in our home, I will say, I deba. Andy Garcia, Spero Muhammad, Yaba, Nyambasha, the Ghana Premier League, and in Samaudwa. And also, Asgo champion, Agacha Asgo player technical team said, I'm 2 months salary. Any on my way bonuses no Friday there to net them it will be a nyabotre until play be you have no guesting from Paul or say Asante Kotoko enyina ye na amo RTU for no omo ba Hearts of Oak ebetia 10 omo fortunes no around and they say Hearts of Oak and that year cry in the league and they themselves almost 3 games to play said Asante Kotoko 1 no because one of the games, I'm near Santiago, 2 outstanding games. I saw more maybe be able to do no Mabisiaka, but yet to say maybe Gladson Awa could be to Siaka, Sandy Titano, Nina Yediachi, na Yashe a Honsam. At ever high Pure 95.7. We are streaming live on Pure FM TV and all the other share and your pages too qua. Now I share no being song, your Facebook page back on Kophobia Sum. Inti ya the new one now by any Pure FM TV no says streaming on a Jerry TV ni nyina no ho nyina okwa na wa share no bi so enya bi awe.
Are you ready?
Association for no and so at the letter said by the players ni bi one ma wom NGD some betimi release you mo ama some players ni so be sia kan AFCON and open circulation sa eba no and say one real CAF for and so betimi cancel tournament ye di carry mo say CAF mo official Twitter handle and so betimi post say CAF omo general secretary so join the team na wom so make sure say preparations no bibia and so betimi akwa Cameroon ma me fan to say okwa Cameroon activities kakra and so betimi ko so yenko ya wunde ni yenko we the attend say CAF for no so e border ro and so dia chiro bia wa ya wunde say tournament no na me adma early next month betimi aba so enti AFCON air mascot no de fa krom e ma obia and so betimi we bi enti sem ne sem ko fo bi baby no mo say AFCON say betimi cancel na wo piem and so ya wunda street no so no wo say cafe AFCON mascot no e na omo so betimi de nam kroma na no omo create awareness say bia mo no tournament no and so betimi akoso kama na me adma football na e be use no e na ekra mascot no mo de ko na che say nipa nso gu kwa obi arabi na me adma early next month jumadi no e Boston live and colored into so to say bia easier for no church and sembia eni kwaso obi ade na dwe enso timi ko wo etimi ade mascot ne fa krom no ma me fan to get say bosses and national teams no wo mo so ekoduru ebe use for the tournament no and no bosses nem 24 enso posti bosses nem so timi de bae enti bibia I ready teams 24 nations wo mo so e ko represent wo Africa no be to say and see at bosses no and o join on Facebook appear FM TV on Facebook sounds on live on 1HD we won say the bosses no so see at Egypt for wo boss o ma bedru ebetinya ko from airport na de o ma ko hotel e de o ma ko training grounds na sa de o ma ko match 8 days no eno and a car from the sweat me display ya de nyina enso ba Gambia for de nie entin Ghana for de enso betinya ba sounds and a qualified national teams so will be a bosses enso betinya ready enti we say de see ba ya nya just kwan bia so tournament no eno so betinya ko so amana ye eno a latest reporter yen saka ya de ma so ko ya wunda wo egu so e create awareness bibia mo no tournament no enso betinya ko so eno a latest reporter yen saka ya de ma mo enso ojumede no so yen free AFCON ni na fiamra ensam ne for do na enso enfantoja wonum se eno na me beto just brantia ya friends Sergio Aguero ena enche bia Aguero press conference ne betinya ko so ye be monitor na fide obia no ya de nyina enso media ba nemom reporter me saka ne Sergio Aguero ne press conference e ko so no ya de card ya to just na branch in the future and ono so ba announce say football no beto so ana so be retire from air football no ni nyina enso betinya ba some few minutes no ya de hon some enso betinya ba nemom reporter me saka ne so panyina your friends Pep Guardiola when he play an Ayajma Manchester City sounds no panya friends take Pakistan reporter me saka ne no pedifo no wo mo so ebo game ni we City and Mbobo friends Leeds United wo mo game ne ba na we no yes Pep and panya friends Pakistan wo mo nyina decide say na wo mo so be PM enso Barcelona na fa branch friends Kuna Aguero ne press conference oba no wo mo enso tia ko na mo tia ko represent kama ema bibia enso tia ko so eno a latest report eba ya de ema mo enso ojumede so ma me ko branch friends Karim Benzema so na me fani semni bi enfantuja na ma me Karim Benzema video na no ne nsa enso timi ka award kase wonum sa Ballon d'Or Benzema wentimi anje nemum enum na de as for and so to me cause we saw Branton after so a tier what is a road away celebrations no ebe say and I'll bet me celebrate this award no Benzema see fan to just no celebration bia no wa bre wa jewie wo kofie no akoreste essence club friends Real Madrid team no e wo training and then no wa ji award ni we and we party bia nim and one say o kofie no akoreste and no pa no ko training and so our father baba scrum and on air branch here friends Karim Benzema do di to Ghana Sansem no yet emamu and so e wo jumede no na me catch us okwa Chelsea good news na a free Chelsea abanise N'Golo Kante and your branch here friends trouble Taloba na reporter me say can say name say COVID-19 vaccine say players ebe wo anase omo enwo say bi ma yo madwe so omo enwo ebi mso na decide so be bi mu kra wo data na say opiem enso approach especially ewo UK yes argument ne say so betinya force player say onwo eye job no anase on force name na enwo say eno any question obi ebisa eno na ye discuss say no teams no dodo na enso afo mo adwene na adwene o manyina atinya fa no say no say we player na we decide say on what COVID-19 vaccine be na ko ba say bia o test positive number of days ebe kwa kwatena fie woman training na edru match days because of COVID intino wont me emo games no say teams no as wo mfa ncha okra wo sa player no usika no wo mo enso betimi ateso wakatua no bete enso the friends say wo tifie no enya de say o ye adwuma bia the vaccine no abasenka wo na COVID no onso atimi anya bia o se wo ngo enti say wo test positive na o kona kwatena fie na fe vaccine wo ngo bia ene clubs na decide say usika wo gina na wo twibia no wo mo enso be calculate number of days wo dia atena fie no mo so atimi ate e de afrimo eno air report about Sansem no yet mamu ewo dwuma so good news for Manchester United after Manchester last game against Norwich na training enso entimi enko so enano pe no mame fantonim se okopiem enso ewo eye quarantine training grounds report I mean say kan sem na de Manchester United wo mu players no enso eko training enti training enso etimi akoso na training akoso no chese nyame adma Saturday game against Brighton Old Trafford no enhyehyene nyina enso etimi da akwam kama sa game no enso betimi abaso eno air report I mean say ka yet mamu say report about say teams no and afi players no don't wanna enso air cancel wamo aye Christmas air party na ebetumi akoso say teams no especially o Premier League no drew Christmas ya no koso abo Premier League games nemo nyasem na o fa ekwan be so na afi o matimi aye party kakra enso dia mother entitled report I mean say can say this time there enya dey say ne no wamo enso ebetumi aye sa adwuma no ne sense COVID no say dem na new aye variant no enso asia ko ne so makwan say party enko so enya dey say betumi aboa enti no party for aye teams no eno aye report eba yet mamo enso wodwumade so abrantia friends we Rooney to Everton still gaining weight unso penye no na Derby County says the Derby County adwuma na ka koye no reporter mean say can say Everton game against Chelsea we ekoko lusu so much na likely say coach friends Rafa Benitez and 24 enso betumi agana kwana later sir mean say can say omunya jatan kwaya said earlier ebeto ya so penye friends we Rooney one a former player in my club no some on one is omuya settle on some no enso betumi aba now ba be boadwuma kama menso de my club ne dinna the Everton team enso Goodison Park or in team notice Rooney enso return to Premier League anymore as a manager be man enyo some the former club friends Everton team no enso they make arrangements bibia kaba some the omunso betumi aba be yadwuma no na bibia enso ya kama report having saka and it's a Newcastle na Manchester City team no ya some omunso person mo take legal actions and it's the Premier League in penny for essence manya in Premier League in penny for no we so the new rules be limited clubs no we entimi and spend more so say teams need someone to say financial fair play into mo ediso na die enti and almost social rabi almost run very controversial and team na dia sa two clubs na say Newcastle and confirm number 23 cash Samson and Manchester City dey nyinanim so mo sika na ta player bi mo pen almost betimi ato and team na say Premier League in penny for na person mo sa two things dey feel say na so mo person mo frustrate omo team to players omo nanu ya and omo Man City ekoto Brantier friends Jack Grealish and £100 million from Aston Villa and where clubs new to Newcastle said the name is here kwa and omo players omo pa emu ebetme team penny for the rules there ba omo means spend the clubs no so decided say command sa omo so be take legal actions area tia bobokun anasem penny for no and a report ba yet mamuko Newcastle United na make come asem no say Kieran Trippier no omo wie kra na nyawo nko a Brantier friends Anthony Martial Manchester United player no yes Newcastle pen for wie say two players no and a report about Sansem no yet mamo enso shono so some dey ta mo nemum say the time dey see tie team fa nyina emma entim nyam fa do na emfansi wa chairman mo etena se na woni abadwafo enso etime rewrem kama edi ama nemum shano so say ene kwan bia so games enso betimi akoso enti eya no ahye so eno a say openye friends Steven Gerrard say Juma Gerrard e bono nya asem keto a eno a osansum de kwa winning the game a one in Norwich enso etime boy 2-0 and Steven Gerrard enso kwa share ewa we wa Man City enso Leeds United abon 7-0 enti me no say yes to Man City goals na by na Brantier friends Jack Grealish Bobby Phil Foden Sanso and Kevin De Bruyne about 2 goals Riyad Mahrez John Stones and Brantier friends na Netanake woman na ebo goals na kama and my club friends Manchester City Sanso na German Bundesliga no mama friend to yes Stuttgart atnafe Emma Bamunchin team be born 5-0 Brantier friends Sergio Aguero about 3 goals Emma Robert Lewandowski enso about 2 Amenia Pella Foreshe 2 ma Bokom Fuentmiante my so 5 Hector Belen ebo mo 4-0 Sanso na Wolfsburg team no atnafe ma FC Cologne and so be boni 2-0 ye didn't edit to get and match is about 7:30 mami fan to just Brighton any Wolves ebet media bone sounds and a Burnley everybody at Watford Crystal Palace and Southampton and afi Arsenal and then West Ham United game 8 p.m. and a sama to not name so bet nyaba so nina said the games na see at Oko Germany matches kakra and so bet nya 20 German ye nyina so na yem fans no emfancy but Cameroon Juman said an answer vi bana Barca fans no e wo gidie se eni me ba be se santani manimu ya no e say as still na no Barca omudisia na se awai what omude tare na awai omudisia na ebu ntino se mu ayeden enso de ma Barca team ntino chairman eno said ye see it enso ani nyina no ye de benten enso de said Christian obi Martinez no say omuma go matches for Christmas na so ye team no e say yen take chances bia because ade no baby ade for say trickers no chairman de na no ade
o ya na
for say you say nka bebrebe nye biem but say no hu say oye 5 ba ko be say oye 4 ba ko be say oye 2 ba ko be say oye 1 be say say ade is a mo dalma mu bia ni de kire ya aka mo say de afutuo no he na bright to kura ne phone nti mo ye ya no abo afi no abo ashim man kan chona say achu se be de bi oye na over 8.5 goals first half no bi anshibi
say ball na 9 goals na ball no bi okay etevo yen to so ene evansam no emra wa Christian quick one ye hwem na
AFCON sense.
It's AFCON that didn't send some over.
Of course.
EPL clubs now more threatens or more release more players. No.
EPL clubs are now
European club associations. Yeah.
And a Premier League clubs in Nkwan. But chairman, some of the COVID-19 Nkwan the excuse I mean no money. And check cry. And your book Copa America or Brazil. Chairman, how can I date the book Copa America? I think it's almost started 10th July 2021. 5 days before say Copa America, no call Brazil. Na Brazil COVID-19 cases na 17 million. We are suffering no. Brazil were the third most affected country as at that time. 17 million COVID-19 cases. So 17 million, 470,000 cases of reported death in Brazil. Me kai pass a week na kobo sa Copa America no 1 week pe new cases in by Brazil no na 94,509. In the midst of these COVID-19 cases in Brazil, chairman yebo Copa America. Now me sure say so we easy na almost started AFCON na semwa back in November. And I'm sure say they are hiding behind COVID-19. But the rare case of person no time nebo AFCON. Now in the midst of COVID-19 cases now koso our Brazil now it's in Copa America no chama ebo Copa America no ansana yes start even English Premier League. Yebo Copa America 10th July 2021. Yebo Copa America ni wie no ansana yebo the English Premier League. Premier League started 13th August. La Liga started 13th August. Bundesliga started 13th August. Even Serie A started, I think, 21st August. After see about Copa America newi. Now, a kwese AFCON in the middle of a season, football season. It's no a case to Canada. Chairman, Mesha kwese COVID-19 the easiest excuse. Because honestly speaking, most European clubs now competing at the highest level. No, one or two African players they are very, very key in their teams. League, not just a Liverpool. Let's imagine the situation. Say Chelsea AFCON, they are AFCON. Chelsea Lusu Mendy for 1 month. And you know the discussion here, Chama, we should go beyond that excuse now. No. You have a proper discussion. Time na about AFCON there. Because these days, you know, most of our African players, you know, in these European competitions, these European leagues. Now say about season in the middle, right after their first run, I drew business end of the season. Negotiating table na drew honum teams, you know, able bosso and our Premier League now a 1.20 separate top 3 teams, you know. Now, Obia all competing for a top
top title. Now the key players will be loose here. Chairman money be so COVID-19 the chairman can never be an excuse. Because you're not Brazil no a worse COVID-19 case by Copa America. The reason why you team Copa America in that period no was because now European leagues didn't start here. You both here as I all the major European leagues. Chairman, minim so betimi aboamia. Say you any major tournament biana, you bought in the middle of the season apart from AFCON. AFCON kwani you bought abra season ekoso. Baby you bought so business end o. You bought first round we once mo December no. Na first round about we. Second round now you DG league no. Na teams no be lose their key players. And I'm sure say they are hiding behind COVID-19. Their rare case their time they bought AFCON no. Brazil our worst COVID-19 case by Copa America. Obia make a case for COVID-19.
Well, it's Brazil, Copa America, and the kind of players almost and the kind of influence almost exist.
This the Brazilian players in your boy in the European leagues.
Yes, and America said the kind of players who have Messi, Neymar, I mean, all those top players. We just stop one on
yes, you key players. Yeah, Liverpool is head by African players.
But don't we guess
Arsenal, Bobby Pate.
I
understand it. You know, we have also key players. Every time in the year.
Anyway, young friends, affect AFCON because it looks like I hear you.
We're manageable. We'll share some more European clubs. Basically, they are calling for proper protocols. Cup of Nations, no medical protocols, bay and CAF a day eba. Inti se cafe to me and my husa outline here. I'm sure sir these clubs will have no problem. The only challenge I want to say almost say official matches almost be bono almost release almost players and they go beyond the stipulated release dates no any almost play and all of, that's the position of the European Clubs Association. I think a letter where no just to shake CAF. Kakra say look tournament na mo ba be bono no krani to to mo nyoma yie and okay letter talks about a lot of negligence South Africa obi in South Africa there nyoma union nyoma yobi wo a eni omo de no sunsunye wo men okay omo de don person omo kan say impempi players ne bagan and omo ba ebi brem and omo sign omo bedru omo clubs no na omo form ne omo life ni bibia no na exercise no almost your standards into so more they are basically complaining and yes might take decisions but those decisions my estimation are a bit laughable. And one club versus country fights need debate at the end of the day and you can't force a player where FIFA where clubs association FIFA because to me Cup of Nations to me can't just say masala my money no more because but the point is CAF should do the right thing. Then the Europeans will be okay. Normal release players near about tournaments. No, now I said tournaments the bus around June last year thereabouts. Now COVID-19 we are now tournament we have drew January. I'm sure say subsequently I was say CAF social. And you know how to plan the tournament, but this letter does not look too threatening. We just have to go through the process.
Mohammed Mubarak will say COVID is more in winter.
15 out of 2.
15.
2 out of 15.
And I want volunteer. I volunteer. Somebody said I'm volunteer. Can some found guardian. And in this era of COVID, it looks like every business is struggling. All sectors. Obia home trainer. It is an August of 50 million rand ever go boa. Na ne yen be din kakra. It ya no ne de yen tete as free abanso as a na man volunteer. Siganamba. It is they say you have to make do with said university but Neil and Vanderpoy Abo Honorable Mustafa Yusuf Abaso now sama oka nyina no by the kente Mustafa Yusuf nen sama oka regards to Ska Omonsaka from Sika Abansi Yepe for AFCON 2021 the World Cup Qatar 2022 no.
Mr. Speaker, let me use this opportunity to announce to the country how much so far we have raised from the special presidential fundraising campaign for the Black Star and other national teams. It may be recalled that His Excellency President of the Republic Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo, invited corporate Ghana to a breakfast meeting in order to raise $25 million to support government funding of our various national teams, especially the Black Stars. So far, corporate Ghana has supported us to raise an amount of $2 million. And I want, on behalf of His Excellency the President of the Republic, Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo, thank all those who have fulfilled their pledges.
Okay, 82 million. And then 25 million ICF for AFCON. 2 million. And then Honorable Nilante Van der Poel, former Minister for Youth and Sports. Obo Eye Mustafa Yusuf Abaso.
And I want to thank my colleague, the Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, for his wonderful appeal. Many a time I have said that the only thing that unites this country is sports. And I said it is important that when it comes to the issue of sport, as much as possible as a country, we put aside our partisan politics. Over the years, our national team has suffered because we have tended to play politics with our national team, especially when it comes to the issue of mobilizing support. Let's look at the truth of the matter is that one of the key things, if you look at 2006 and 2010 World Cup qualifiers and the World Cup itself, there was a conscious effort to depoliticize the support for the national team, and this worked good. But over the period, we've seen elements of political intrigues into even the organization of the support base for the national team, and this always affects them, because when one particular side of the country or the support of the national team feels that they are being left out, it becomes difficult for them to support. Mr. Speaker, from my experience in football, one of the key things is the fact that when a team feels that all are behind them, it tends to lift them spiritually.
Well, and here, Honorable Nilante Van der Poel, and also we even about the minister Nabaso say, do football, this sports on sense him say, I can Ghana a boom, and I say to say the amputee team J amputee Nations Cup no. The sports minister through government through the sports minister, I try almost $2,000 each for almost achievement and also more impending for us. But and some course of parliament, there it taking center stage. Honorable Haruna Idrisu, minority leader in parliament. Now somehow can say or say yen changing the entire technical team of the Black Stars.
So kudos for that. But you know the problem, Mr. Speaker, a team, the political leadership, the president and you and us will provide it. But your technical bench is not good and strong enough. You must work on the technical bench. And the use of old Black Stars players don't appreciate it, Mr. Speaker. There are many experienced Black Stars players who want to play a role in supporting your technical bench to be successful, regardless of where they come from or who they are. Seek to engage them to be able to support your technical bench. And Mr. Speaker, he knows what I'm talking about. There's been instances where they need to make critical changes. Even the supporting public will know that no, you have to change your format. But we get this up and then we have to be sad.
Okay, Tania and some of our do the two. Well, what's a kill room or the local league, you know, but breaking news and a sad one for that matter. Yeah, so sad. And the world of football, yate very sad news. And one of the greatest forwards, and I say strikers, football, unfortunately, has been forced to retire due to heart issues. Sergio Aguero has called it quits. Yeah. And news just in at the age of 33, when you had problems, I see, he has been forced to retire from football. When say sad news, Mama, they are remedy for. So look at Modric, I tested positive.
Modric, Marcelo.
Only Marcelo. I tested positive for COVID-19. It's a COVID new wave, you know. How do you okay. Well, meaning I go to the agency or the agency because for the sake of time, every agency. Now, they say Barcelona get da so ba ko no afi bi sign na me kan Barcelona afi bi sign afi de nyama afi edin ya Ghana Premier League games said ye ehonsam and so esitie akwa go the Olympics ne be any goal start but 10 a.m. ya game no ba na akwa de mom ehu said the nyama siko na ya va honsam emra no pay 10 ya na game ni chance di ntia e go ba sa ne say Soga go park no wa na Accra Lions and so ebo whitey
Oli LED one.
Kasai.
Olympics LED one.
James are coming. Okay. I can't go to Olympics LED one
on the 18th minute.
18 minutes. No, I'm saying. Like the same China game, no baby because almost boy.
58 minutes.
Aye, China game no. Banner we enti. Yen China said the never be siako, but ombo game na no pay because it's a Accra Stadium. Only be a concert. Oh, it's ama games no. Every honum team the other go pay baby bono. And Olympics, they call Soga Kope. It's a Soga Kope on about 10. Now, Accra Lions, so I'm a boy, yeah. On the King Pfizer, and so Honum. Matches ever should be so, and Dreams FC the Carolina at 3 p.m. Media Man in Lagos City 3 p.m. Brekum Chelsea, Eddie Wafa, or A Brekum Anusi at 3 p.m. And Elmina Sharks, and Hearts Vox at 3 p.m. Bechem, and 11 Wonders, and so at 3 p.m. The only game is 6 p.m. Asante Godoko omo and so any RTU and AC Sakano RTU I say and Abranta Wagafano guesting from Paul or say and then RTU Babe the unthinkable and on the pulley one of the biggest surprises Kumasi if I'm gonna go lose one home game and that was against Levada but then Kumasi Derby. Bomo artist omo ba be shikoto.
Amalia ba be duru Kumasi no. Ene bibia trese bibia da na kwa mu a weda ne bibia trese enkunudie no e kwa ma artist wo boko no. Enti eno ne ade a yenso de free Amalia be pimo Kumasi say. We are very hopeful and optimistic say nyame bo a won just ante koto for match ne de. Ye ba no kwa no quotation ma ko be see mitrim. Na me say ene say nyame bo ye de ama atante boy. Ma ta trebe do say so bi ko ho de mfuro fie. Ye so ate tere no. Enti nyame bo ate from na de pebia ye e wa yo Kumasi o. Say ye mo no nduru ho no. Ye be te chirkoto for na de PBI ya fa point me ensa de bi ho e be fa ba ko so na be ba so e be fa de kwatamale ngugo de enka ho kra wa ship match bi na che se na ego ha ongonya wa bi se obehwe match e fa na se out you bo ba de bi anko fa kan wa se ma se de the man city of Ghana football no na bo wa bi se go ha oni be dem match e ba be hwe kuma se ana se stadium na omru veti e ba be hwe keke na ya se dwane akoda bi de bi ene se ntia makra nke e ba fa 3 points na so de kwatamale de ka points no otobotimo no e wo da points ni na yi ni mo me no ma na bobo e nti uye ko ba just like a Sunday special, not a Saturday special, yeah, and yet pressure game, yeah.
Okay, NT, I don't know. Every league games. Happy birthday to Obede. Minim sana Obede. You know, said the spelling there. Star Babono. Minim say Obede ana Obedea. APS Sports Family Group 2. Yeah, Baba OTUC behind Folks Temple supermarket and restaurant. We show happy birthday. Sansona Cotino. Also pure your groups, no. And also Cotino also and their birthday. We show happy birthday. Sansona Honorable George Kuntu Blankson, assemblyman for Kwamo electoral area. Hey, honorable, me no come on you maintain. Honorable happy birthday to you. Honorable birthday is an Gidi Brown. Is that doing track in the funnel? Hey, okay, but me against the way. Okay, Obi, remember about 2 minutes. Now, Chris and two bright about telling you near going to come. You're tennis one so and chinkomo.
Okay. Chama 6 p.m. at Santikot Kone RTU will be a very good game, truth be told, because Omo share RTU this season Emma Yenya and TS RTU team no Nukreni Modemono was ro papa ye na Asquad Deportivo Abrantia and friend Ronald Frimpong the old born in voice our share number 10 jersey on the share 10 jersey Yama RTU on Abagna David Abagna Mustafa Hussein on Finfnio Baba Kashibo wɔ mfimfini hɔ, Mohamed Sadat wɔ hɔ, Ishmael Nketia wɔ hɔ, but the star player is Ronald Frimpong, very good player, and of course Echiro Honosono not too bad, Matthew Abayese, Samuel Bawa, Mohamed Hafiz, and yes, Mohamed Hafiz, Yusuf Al Hassan or say also anyone. So check league actually na RTU photos so weekend yomulusu to Mediama or Tamale, so they will seek to recover. But the point is Nukreni this season Ankasano omo etumi enya 1-0 win against Bekum Chelsea away from home. In Chelsea omo away kra na ya mpempi results of course for this season to get a result away from home against Bekum Chelsea Nukreni Ejumano omo historically Ankasa so no Nukreni the very last time RTU winning our Babaya Sports Stadium was a 2006-2007 season. They want to Cape Coast no more omo ebe rekindle omo association and omo historical victory metumenya against Kotkosom 15 or so years ago, but a tough challenge obia nim se Kotko ball enyunumu Babaya Sports Stadium no sia dia pressure no shed that news bebre ba was Kotko na kasa so react e sense King Faisal ne ma Kotko the first defeat the Babaya Sports Stadium. Before that na Kotko elusu match bia, but the usual Kotoko setup me assure say the only absence here Brantia most likely Modasiru no onya available, but with Boadu, with all of the guys, Patrick Asma, Apel Ganiu, Samuel Boate, Fabio Gama, Wednesday evening Babaya Sports Stadium there and Kotko Ebenya results against Real Tamale United, but a tough game. I'm say RT for no aside Kioma Jose almost met me almost so any some bet my the King Faisal here na bi and I was Hassan Kotko very very careful from the blast of the whistle to the final whistle no any some lose any moment of concentration because team bia ne Kotko besia kan bia na ya ahoden no so no stronko but me sure say Hassan Kotko to me disappoint your fans and enumere Babaya Sports Stadium unfortunately Isaac Opon fitness levels no shed Dennis Rubebe. I'm not too sure about Stephen Amankuna Yehuna Chakakra and of course Joseph Amwakoso a free team in mono and Yadia with me a room, but I'm expecting say Richmond Lamte as we bet me jinamna the quality of one what me chair against this RTU side, but RTU will play in a 4-4-2 congest the midfield or mobile passing lanes Nebeko Samuel Boate and Fabio Gama or any more no sir passing lanes in your blocking it midfield the snow was some year Jumaden Richard Boadu near Branch and Richmond Lamte, but clearly Kotko playing at home. Me sure say more able to me any results as Sefata. Elmina Sharks first world problem kakrani mina say more goals some concede this season, no dots some concede 12 goals. Teams me no pay any deal money make Accra Lions any dream self some concede 13. Until the probability say Elmina Sharks ebe concede goal Elmina hono so so na last two games no na MSM kunim diaba but nyina mo no form no but defensively no Saturday had to work to get a goal. You are looking at goalkeeper Lord Bawamate and coach Siki Akuno Onya call up into the Black Stars. Suraj Ibrahim one of those veterans of our Premier League. Daniel Nia Jesu Dominic Eshon so former hard to work player form no Michelle Otu and Michelle Sapon so abo hard to work playing into him said hard to work team let's see Justice Mensani Enoch Agbanyo Ebejina anymore but hard to work so if Africa ba first game Enra Yasmin Bahano or can say supporters ni bebre na no here ni muso mo benya recovery against him my friend or Elmina Sharks na subsequent games no there postpone especially the Super Clash against Kumasi and Kotkono metumi build momentum kakra because we maybe a league table no how to work down there now you have to work final here league log no there na I am shishek kakra esu ewom now your players be so almost by auditioning. For example, Richard or Prince Obetme coach Milovan Raivac, the provisional man squad, he'll be room or African Cup of Nations name. Obian himself on the Razaka Balora and Prince slot no. Inti I was said nano and then I was so a from Mohammed Alasa so and Ishmael Ganiu and a press slot as far as Black Stars are concerned. In also no I was say Oye Bibi Fatah Mohammed radio vocal problems with the contract, but I'm sure sir say Radicran Hona, William Denchi, Ebetumi Siakai, Imano net form number form Kakrant, maybe, and now Betumi Sanam the Caliber Mankwa, Etumi Abejam Salif Ibrahim or Frederick and Sabotro, me sure say Gladson Awako Sono, Bibiano, the Atunachi, I Nano, Onusubetumi Siakai, coach Samuel Bodman Akonya, Isaac Mensa, Patrick, but in Nano expect Patrick Razak best at Esansa, and was coach Samuel Bodu Samino Kesubonte, and Ejenim Boate nom, and Jock nom no, Omunino, Omama Konya no Musu to Michel Domo, Ebe and number to me at share potential, Kofiko Jo, and of course the undroppable Daniel Efriye Banye. Heart of Oak against Elmina Sharks last season, a game where Nukreni, now referee no more demon or form, until Elmina Sharks for pray, say almost no Ebenya revenge against Heart of Oak, but truth be told, send your pressure Heart of Oak and Ranten so now all 3 more men are going to shut up Fede. Nininamuno, I'm sure says psychologically, no, I was a coach by Coach Samobodunya, a certain reaction, and say Heart of Oak here reaction, so they are in grand style. So I'll not be surprised, say Heart of Oak so Ebe Rum Ewo Elmina and Wakonya results over Timwa, your friend Elmina Sharks.
Heart of Oak are likely to get
yes, Heart of Oak win. First win of the season, Heart of Oak win. Heart of Oak over Elmina Sharks, Sankotko over RTU. Most Dreams Karela a very, very tough game, but said Dreams Ibo Fiedia. Na Karela chances no so form Kakra. Mediama Sono last weekend away win against Real Tamale United. Untmint Nafie Lusu against Legon Cities. Legon Cities traditionally have been bad travelers, but pressure so our coach Maxwell Kwedusu, because the last home game on boy no Omni Brekum Chelsea ball 0-0. But against Mediama Elfie, into Mediama super for the maximum points. I was saying Brekum Chelsea no careful kakra because what from Ranten unpredictable, and with just two to channel say omunya the least opportunity on Beshao. It was say Brekum Chelsea careful, but you know Brekum Chelsea our capacity no with Jackson Owusu in central midfield. We are quite assured say on be control game no not Bechem United so and your maximum points against Bechem and Atechman 11-1 the South Nigeria Park.
Okay, Grayson, Mamaka Kravina, new item, Uria, na Yane last chance traveler tours, I train Como. Yane last chance traveler tour, na Yane, Bedin Como about the GTF Ashanti Open, GTF Ashanti Open Tennis Championship. On Sunday, we say, Yen never call Arakohe, Sunday, never be Siako, because Sunday number Crani Bibia. Na mekomhine na takra which number then he stepped to win the over 65 for the MNT we have interest angle no
jama in football factories na say egu the last time Liberty call relegation
they say what fans
yeah you very careful what for the call relegation
say egu because they are selling all the
exactly in one football season chairman omoton Augustine Boache was their creator.
Yeah,
I think sir Ombeki 12 assists. Edges 7 MVPs last season. He's gone. And some of guessing what you bekono. Not the Lomuti. Top striker was also gone. Yeah, we a season, you know, chairman. And I'm saying Tombo Taku Ekoma Legon Cities. The results in say and I can say only 4 goals in 7 matches. 4
on waffle like
that. You see the point. And to make matters worse, some of Ghana Premier League table no swat. They are only better than Hearts of Oak. The reason being that I'm about 7 matches, Hearts above 4. The Hearts have 3 outstanding league games. And in Tina, I'm ahead of Hearts of Oak. So Hearts I think it's 5 points. And Hearts 3 points.
Hearts 2.
Hearts 2.
Hearts 2 and 3.
Yeah, so Hearts
about no.
Yeah, and the Hearts 3.
Hearts about no 3.
First game.
Okay, 3.
The Hearts 3.
I don't lose you.
The Hearts winning 1 game. 3 outstanding games na kano. The Hearts winning 1. O sign Lagos Cities. O sign wafa ho. I'm a wafa better league table no 2.
Hearts got the outstanding games 3. No we winning 2 gra.
Yeah.
It
is likely said by the end of this week. So man could pick win against Brekum Chelsea. Where chairman now wafa better team no 2. Very, very, very disheartening for a team like Wafa. Talent that they produce Chairman, there should be a balance between selling and retaining players. Because when they're very careful, and I say, when say, oh, Tonkwa, say number 2. And they are wafa Konidia. Mira Wama wafa papa. They need to reverse the
well,
and then Obuasi, so Obako Amino Nebeko.
Obuasi there, no Obuasi the venue. Let's go the Diana. What the game now?
Diana Stars match day 1. Omkwawe Kara 1-1. So Kivani charge on some league no. Second day. And I came fast a 3-1. But right after that game, no, look at the trend of their results.
Winning matches in here.
Omni has Kubo 1-1 Accra. So Accra, Nana has Kubo 1-1, a good result.
Yeah, very.
Obo that game New Year, Chairman. Mekai say Obeshe R2 5-1. And you saw about game 1-1. The next day, Yamo 30 minutes also. Number 4 goals. I say R2 5-1. Chairman, Omkwawe Koshe Lagos City is 1-0. 3-0 win over Wafa. And almost say Olympics 1-0. Which means that the last 3 games at Twaso no Krano, ball and dominate 3 clean sheet consecutively. Every need for Twaso. Now, so share on team na Chairman. There is no team in this country or experience more than Diana Stars. Experience.
Okay,
this is almost how many players? Almost 3 players. For so many years, experience will be Ghana Premier League. Almost Kwame Adonfin from Kotoko and Emmanuel Jemfi. These are new players, but when they're new to the Ghana Premier League, they have experience. And they already existing experienced players. Hafiz Adams, Yaya Muhammad, Samuel Bio, Brata J, CNN, and Benjamin Cheniboa, Prince Akwadum. So, such a team. I know to say, but this time we had dictated on the topic. But money as good about Kamadi Mamudu. I'm boss Samad Ibrahim and Rich was my 4 and 5. Eric Castro and Steve Wusu in the middle. No about Kofin Kuma. And they are not all flanks. Set or stay behind as the Kupukwa demand. They also have quality. But Chairman gave me the as good. I had the
where one of the games. One of the games. Starters. So another channel. Na yeah, BYT. Remember about 2 minutes. My historical in the Kakra. Diana Stars. Against only once.
Yeah, no manya 5 drawn games. Omolusu. Say 5 for now. Oma drawn. Your friend say 1 win pen omanya over Ashanti Gun out of 9 matches. And Oma
draw 5.
Oma draw
5. That's Omolusu 3.
Yeah. As good to me Omo Obuasi. When it comes to league meetings, but drawn games, and they are Dawson. And Chairman, the last time R2 Shekotoko Babayara Stadium, I have far back in 1981.
81.
No, Kuada say, I don't see April Fool. 1st April 1981. R2 team of Clifford Ade, Mahama Inlai, Mohamed Cho, Mohamed Dauda. Oh, Farouk Seaman. Abedi Pele. Why don't I be a free kick? PMK Kusi teacher. On the day, Omu Kumasi, ebe shocking Kotoko. 1-0. Abedi Pele nenya penalty. Ena PMK Kusi teacher pine na Sam Kokwampe edafa na bone dafa. So the only win in Kumasi no, I have far back in 1981. 81. 1993, 94.
That's some 40 years ago.
40 years ago. 19, but esi Ukuada. That's your first April. That's how time nani ye Techima Kumasi kwan. Omu fa kwano so ba Kumasi a. Omu duru akronoma francho a player bi ekodi anka to ya. Kotoko ni na em say ball no say mo ma be sey. Mo say be di anka abure e na bass ne ntuntun to kwa ba pa. Ewo sa kwano so. So 81 to na ye Hilal Liman abreso. Ni e dwa kwan ni ye. Kwan ye wie ye ndwa so bioma to 2003 ya. There about a ye dwa Kumasi Techima kwan. So that year no and omu tim be say 93 94 wo mu say R2 share Kotoko in Kumasi ba amaso Kotoko who kai so omo African Cup finals no first league match 93 94 professional league Kotoko ana league match no tie the points name R2 2.2 goals so match na amaso and Adebago ehuni say professional league is as 2 teams ni more draw Kumasi da say Kumasi stadium 2 sides no embo goalless draw da 2 wins are Kotoko and answer 1-1 and answer any drawn game da 2 wins are R2 any over Kotoko. Ewa Kotoko home games, Baku awarded. Yeah, awarded. Now Baku 2007. Date near 24 February 2007. Ewa Cape Coast. Kotoko didn't home match ko Cape. Yeah. Approval venu numa omuna ena Pfizer Mohammed. Pfizer
Mohammed Ede ball to Atinum against Kotoko. So Kotoko Lusu Samachno. That also you might not second for the general say penalty. Naja Wisa says Kotoko na Kotoko goalkeeper screener. And they save penalty no. So Martin we no. Na Kotoko Lusu by long goal. So 2 wins for R2 Kotoko home. Diaka nyina ya Kotoko dia out of 18 home matches at Kotoko, so 16 Kotoko winning. But the last time R2 winning, you know, Kumasi 81, and the biggest win for Kotoko over R2 Kumasi ever 1980. Uze Dena Kotoko R2 6-0 Kumasi 26 October 18 R2 by 81. Obian say win for R2. Kotoko and Kotoko man Yamatimi and Elimina Sharks versus Haas there. Proper league, you know, Elimina Sharks and Haas that 4 matches in now. Ekoye de mark Haas of folk. Haas are winning 2-1 draw. But a winner Elimina Sharks and over Haas no. Baku NC tournament. Baku see a league match at Tranketi. So R2 a yet team and first Elimina Sharks. Proper league aba yet declare no. They are yet to win beat Accra of folk on any venue. So this time Haas aircon sign a best yako. Haas in a year. Yebo league no niam anko emfa ma Accra of folk. So it's up to phobia. Say niam abekoye. One for system ne dey say dey kan sa no me yom call relegation in 2007. One for top players ni nyina including a goalkeeper. So okay Philemon Makati. Yeah. One for by final time. Okay. Top players no Arsenal for nom Max Sechere Mahadi Abubakar Jordan Opoku Nafi Drusumo so okay sa squad no Jordan Opoku Jordan Opoku and the last of Dominic Dia also ja omo top players ni nyina and omo de koye this time omo ba na ne me koye home grounds on na team for a team to beat them. Okay, but as good akose 2015 as good in the co break here it took them 43 league matches and San Olympics kwose media makose Tranketi league no and only akose this time around team manager as good as akose omo opi say niam abekoye e wo biaya eno so den the last time brekum Chelsea boy no team and friends R2 na kwose omo 1-0. So this time no brekum Chelsea Kofia
Bright Yabo Taylor I don't know yes I know the last time R2 winning against Asante was 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Mohammed 78. I was able to play the card man Toho and PSK Kusi. PMK Kusi.
Kumasi government boys asim boys. Unzo oba kotokono. Obechra de obo SS74 so pen. Ono kwa me Samson to PMK Kusi teacher.
Yes.
Peter Ken Mike teacher aya Kusi. Okay. PMK no. Peter Ken PMK Kusi no. Yes, and no brutal. No ni born.
All right, me go. Now, you have in German last chance I say Christmas.
This is what mini wireless networks look like. But hey, this is what they actually look like. Introducing Kenny Rose Wireless. Switch to Kenny Rose Wireless and enjoy streaming without buffering, communication with no lagging, business without restrictions, and achievements with no limits. Get connected today. For enquiry, sales, and support, contact us on 020-8282